Okay, so here's a short summary. Around a month ago, I made a video explaining why we left the SDA church. The video got to 800 views, and some comments were made, and from those comments, I made other videos. After I saw people subscribing, I decided to use this channel as a platform that promotes God's love without needing religion. Last week, that first video went viral because of a message that was sent to my wife. I acknowledged it, I responded, and that's it. After that, I made a video with my wife talking about our stance on money and a marriage. And then I made a video with one of my best friends having a healthy discussion about religion. And now, one of my old college professors has sent me an email. It's a pretty straightforward email that disagrees with my decision to openly express why I left the SDA religion. And to be honest, there's one thing in the email that pushed me to make a video out of it. So here's the email. Dear Joseph, you were a disciplined student. That is why your grades were high. If one professor gave you an unjust grade, it should not be used as a general measure as a matter of honesty. You were highly respected in our department, and this video surprises us. It would have been helpful if you were more vocal in class so that, like many students before you and after you, matters like these could have been processed in a safe, reasonable, and respectful space. You are free to choose a different faith journey, but this video does not reflect much courage or the respect we gave you here. I hope you go on to graduate studies in another field. Belittling your alma mater in this way may not be helpful. Many of our graduates from the religion department go on to Ivy Leagues and to other universities and have thrived. Do not waste your energy inventing personal grievances in public to bring disrepute upon an institution that has nurtured you, notwithstanding the human weakness present in all institutions. If you do well in LSAT, you can go to Howard and study law. You can go to the UMD and study psychology, etc. Use your energies mindfully and proactively through outward kindness and honest inward reflection. I speak to you as a parent. Please do not waste your youth. So, there's some parts that I want to address. First of all, disciplined student. Well, thank you. Actually, thank you for sending this email without hiding who you are. And I say this because we have seen messages and comments from people that disagree with us and have decided to stay anonymous. You at least had the courage to not hide. You say, if one professor gave you an unjust grade, I never said it was one professor, and it was not one unjust grade. Let me clarify. At WAU, I took 40 classes. Of those 40 classes, there were 8 classes in total that I felt that I didn't earn my grade. Unearned as in not enough reading, not enough assignments, and receiving an A for the class, even after failing the final exam. You say it would have been helpful if you were more vocal in class. So it's my job to tell professors how to be college professors. And also, let me explain something and make it very clear. All of this happened when I was doing college full time and working full time. During the week, I left home around 6 a.m. in order to be in school around 6:30 a.m. so I can study. Around 7:30 a.m., my classes started and wouldn't end until around 2 p.m. By 3 p.m., I would have to be at work for a shift that ended around 11 p.m. By 11:15, I was home and went straight to sleep in order to do it all over again the next day. So when I had professors and classes giving me easy grades, you can be sure that at the time I saw it as a blessing. Who wouldn't? I barely had enough time to study with my full time schedules. So you think I would dare to go to a professor and tell them, we need more assignments, we need more reading? Here's another thing. Why did I need a full time working schedule? Well, because WAU tuition is expensive. Even with the help that my churches were giving me, and even with the scholarships the school granted me, I was still in debt by several thousands of dollars at the end of each semester. And the conference says that part of the tithe goes to education. Uh, I guess by that they mean they use this money to build colleges and then charge an absurd amount of money for people to attend. What else? The scholarships I received were tied to my GPA. As long as my grades remained high, I was granted scholarships. So if I were to go to a professor and tell them, hey, you and I both know I didn't earn an A, I should actually be getting a C, what could happen next semester? There would be a chance that I'm not granted a scholarship, which means I would be even more in debt. That's the reason I was now vocal about this. You say the video does not reflect much courage or the respect we gave you here. You know what? You're right. You're right. I was not courageous. I didn't have the courage to tell my professors to give me the grades I truly deserved because I knew that would put my scholarships in jeopardy. But I'm not sure where the disrespect is. I simply spoke the truth of what I experienced. Now, if the truth is disrespectful to you, then that's a whole other issue. Belittling your alma mater. I'm belittling my old university by speaking the truth. I'm not sure I see the logic in that. Do not waste your energy in venting personal grievances in public. Look, I'll be very honest. Expressing my dissatisfaction with some of my classes as one of the factors as to why we departed from the SDA religion didn't take any energy at all. I believe I spoke about my experience with WEU for about 5 minutes or so, and then I went on to talk about other bigger reasons that ultimately led me to decide to leave the SDA church. Also, is it wrong to express my personal grievances in public? Since when has a college institution been attributed a certain level of holiness that it's deemed blasphemous to receive public criticism? And now, here's the part that pushed me to make this video. You say, use your energies mindfully and proactively through outward kindness and honest inward reflection. So just because I was not satisfied with some classes and I expressed this in a video, I'm not being kind. I'm not performing honest inward reflection. Are you suggesting that my criticism of a college institution can be used to make an overall judgment of my character? And lastly, please do not waste your youth. That's the part that really made me laugh. Professor, respectfully, you have no idea what you're talking about. After I left the church, my family remained connected with God. And through this relationship, my family and I have remained blessed. I started to work in a department that I was clueless about. And 2 years later, I'm in the leadership program in order to be a manager in the future. I got married to the love of my life, and soon we will be 5 years married. God gave us a beautiful baby girl that we're raising with lots of love. We bought a house, and every day we strive to be better and remain connected with God. So, how exactly am I wasting my youth? And you want to know the saddest part? Despite me venting my personal grievances incorrectly, they're still grievances, which to some degree warrants some sort of apology due to the lack of higher education being administered. And instead, what do I receive? An email in which I get reprimanded for expressing dissatisfaction publicly. So, Professor, I'm going to assume that you only saw that one video. If so, then I invite you to see all the other videos that I shared. Videos that attempt to share God's love. That's it. Thanks for watching.